Here goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.
Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
Welcome to the 9th edition of the Playbook Podcast. I'm your host, Myer. My co-hosts today are Cash DePinka and Nick Bentley. So, Cash, obviously K-State versus Colorado happening this weekend at Colorado. How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about Shadur Sanders?
I mean, I think I've said this in previous videos, but I think Colorado is way too overrated. They get way too much hype for how poor they play.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, K-State's obviously going to come in there. Avery Johnson.
Colorado's winning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't think Dylan Edwards' homecoming game?
Nope. Oh, it's their homecoming?
Well, no. It's because he went there last year.
Oh.
He transferred. So, yeah,
Still
I
no.
think a little bit of a revenge game. 5 touchdowns. 300 all-purpose yards.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But that's my mindset. I think K-State's going to go in there and dominate because I feel like we're a legit team, and Colorado is obviously frauds. Moving on to the NFL, Jacksonville versus Chicago. How are we feeling about that? Caleb Williams and a generational prospect, and Trevor Lawrence and a generational prospect. So
Chicago.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
give
go
me
with Chicago.
Chicago.
I mean, DeAndre Swift has looked very good in the past, 2 to 3 weeks. He showed us that he can actually run past 5 yards, so that's good. Jacksonville just hasn't looked that good, in my opinion.
Overall.
Yeah. I don't know why they dished out that so much money to Trevor Lawrence. That's just insane. I mean, you pay, he's the number one paid player in the NFL, I think. So, yeah, not worth it. Arizona versus Green Bay. Kyler Murray's top 10 quarterback in the league, but so is Jordan Love. How are we feeling about that one, Cash?
I think it's going to be probably one of the best games this week. Give me Arizona.
I like the Arizona pick. I like Arizona, but I'm going to have to go Green Bay. Jordan Love, Jaden Reed,
I
just
like
elite.
the Green Bay pick.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs, just overall solid team in Green Bay, and I feel like they're going to utilize Josh Jacobs a little bit better heading into this game. Indianapolis versus Tennessee. This is going to be one of the harder games to watch.
I'm going to say upset. Give me Tennessee.
Well,
Nah, just give me Indianapolis.
the line's at -2.5 for Tennessee. The Colts and Joe Flacco have looked pretty good, but AR-15 might be the problem. Just saying. He can throw a 100-yard dot, but can't throw a 10-yard slant.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Indianapolis Colts. Houston versus New England.
Houston.
New England starting Drake May this week. How do we feel about that with his development plan?
We'll see.
I mean, I think you can see 7 sacks coming out of this Houston defense because New England's tackles look awful, and Houston has 2 of the top edge rushers in the league, so I think
Who's
they're just
New
going to feast.
England's wide receiver? One.
That's a good question, but I think it's their rookie. What's his name? Polk. Jalen Polk, I think.
Yeah, if it took you that long, I'm definitely taking Houston.
All right. But Nico Collins is out on the IR for 4 to 5 weeks. How do we feel about that?
I think it'll definitely affect them, but I don't think it'll affect them enough to lose to the Patriots.
Yeah, I think Tank Dell will really step into that role, and I think he's that clear-cut wide receiver too now. I mean, John Mechie, just saying, he's a dog. He's a wide receiver 4, though. So, Tampa Bay versus New Orleans, two very teams that came out very hot out of the gates. Mm-hmm. But Tampa Bay coming off a loss, and same with New Orleans, actually. So, let's see how this game goes. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay, personally. I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. I do like Spencer Rattler, though. He was named the starting quarterback today or yesterday.
I'm going to take Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa.
Yeah, but Spencer Rattler, I'm excited to see how he does. He's just one of those guys that I feel like you can't help but want to win.
I remember he was extremely hyped coming out of high school.
He was
and then just kind of fell off in
hyped.
college.
Yeah. When we get back from the commercial break, we'll be finishing up talking about all of the games. Barron Concrete has been working locally and commercially in the Roseville area since 1980. They've been a part of major projects in the Roseville-Wichita area that have shaped the community we know of today. They are open Monday through Friday, and you can contact them on barronconcrete.com or 316-618-6087.
Redline Auto has been repairing vehicles for 20 years. They are located at 112 North Rose Hill Road. They work on all makes and models and have the newest technology to service your vehicle. They are open 5 days a week from 8 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. You can call them today at 316-776-9069.
Welcome back to the Playbook Podcast. Cash, Philadelphia and Jalen Hurts has not looked that good this year.
But neither has the Browns.
Neither has the Browns. So Deshaun Watson, very disappointing season this year. They gave him a bag, and he hasn't done anything with it. If anything, he's just fumbled the bag.
I'm definitely taking Philadelphia.
I'm definitely taking Philadelphia too, but let's see how Nick Chubb. If Nick Chubb plays this weekend, I think that's a totally different game. He's shown he's elite. He's a top 5 running back if he plays.
I don't know if it'll change that much because of how poor the Cleveland Browns offensive line is. Because if they can break through to get this, if other teams can break through to get the sack every time on Deshaun Watson, I think Nick Chubb is going to get lit up in the pocket.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't feel like this is a good game for him to come back to. I think maybe next week. But I don't know. I think at some point you try and maybe switch up the quarterback room. Get rid of Deshaun Watson and throw in, what's his name? 30 for 30 dude. I forgot his name. Moving on. Washington versus Baltimore. I think I'm going to go Washington.
I'm surprised by this Washington team. I'm going to take them on this game.
I'm not surprised. Washington. Brian Robinson Jr.
I got Baltimore.
Really?
Yeah. Even though I like the Washingtons right now, but I still have to take the Baltimores on this one.
I'm going to take the Commanders. Just because I'm a Commanders fan, I'll take them. Detroit versus Dallas. Obviously, I don't think there's much that has to be said here. Give me the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Give me Dallas.
Wow.
Okay, what's the reasoning behind this? Let's hear this.
I think that in practice, I think the coach is going to make Dak target CeeDee Lamb more. So I think this is going to be a CeeDee Lamb kind of game. He's going to go off this game.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, Detroit has just looked like a functional offense. They have 2 elite running backs in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs when Dallas doesn't even have an elite running back. They don't have a RB1. They have somebody. They've split carries. Deuce Vaughn. Take that role. Take that. Yeah. J-Mo's look good. Sam Laporta hasn't looked that good this year. I kind of called that, though. Not going to lie. Atlanta versus Carolina.
Atlanta.
Give me Atlanta.
Give me Carolina.
Nope.
Give me Carolina.
Nope.
Bryce Young obviously looked very good last week, but he's not going to be starting again, so that's kind of sad, but whatever. DeAndre Johnson looked really good last week, and I think that connection's only going to build. They have the RB7 and Chuba Hubbard, so I don't know. I think I'm going to take Carolina here. And then we got Cincinnati versus New York. Malik Neighbors versus Cincinnati, pretty much.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Loki. Give me the New York Giants.
I'm
give me
going
the Giants.
with Cincinnati.
Cincinnati looked good last week, but I don't think they can repeat those kind of numbers. So, yeah. I think the Giants take that one. It'll be a close game, though. It'll be a good game to watch. Los Angeles versus Denver.
Denver.
Yeah, give me Denver.
Denver.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix
is a dog.
has looked pretty good this season.
He's looked very good this season. In my opinion, he's been I think he's looked better than Caleb Williams so far.
I mean, they look about the same.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No. I think he's really thriving in this offense, this Sean Payton offense. So, yeah, I think Bo Nix has looked really good. But Justin Herbert has also looked good, and J.K. Dobbins has looked good. They just need a wide receiver 1. I feel like Ladd McConkey is pretty good, but having Joshua Palmer as your wide receiver 2 and Quentin Johnson as your wide receiver 3 is kind of sad. So, Nick, who are you going to take?
Denver.
Pittsburgh versus Las Vegas for our final game. Give me Pittsburgh. Justin
Yeah, I'm
Fields.
going to take
the dog.
Pittsburgh too.
Las Vegas bench are starting quarterback. They're starting Aiden O'Connell right now. So see how that pans out. They're keeping Devontae Adams as it stands now. So let's see how long that lasts. But I think the Pittsburgh Steelers pull this one off. Their defense is so elite. All right, that's it. So today we got a special segment. We're going to be going out to the turf and kicking a 40-yard field goal with a special guest.
When?
So Nick, that kick did not go the way I thought it would.
No. And he's blaming it on me.
He's blaming it on you. I don't know how to feel about that. Thank you guys. Thank you, Ethan, for coming out and kicking the 40-yarder.
I'm not Ethan, but that was
Yeah.
fun to watch.
All right, cut.